Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Yeah. It's the best daytime live show on all of YouTube. It's the Classic Codes. You know I gotta come to the ring, man.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me.
Yeah.
You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me.
Talk.
I'm looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me.
Let's go.
Quickly. In the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make a wish in me. I got these hoes in the fringe. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused.
Let's get focused. Yeah, let's get focused. Yeah, it's Classic with the Classic Codes. And I got another great live show for y'all, man. This is one that y'all do not want to miss. Matter of fact, let me send this out on the gram real quick, man. Mic check 333 if all is well with the sound, man. 333 if all is well with the sound. But check me out. Let me send this out real quick, chat. We got time today. There's no need to rush. You know what I'm saying? No need to rush. We're gonna get through it. Yeah, let's get going. Sending this out, chat. So today we doing 3 question of the days today. We doing a reaction video. We doing a story time. And we doing a code language conversation. So we got a lot going on today. It's a lot on the menu. Some dope conversations. Anybody want to join in? It's gonna be male centric. The conversation today is gonna be male centric. It's gonna be a lot to do with us. You know, our experience. Obviously, I'm a man, so my show naturally comes from a man's POV off rip. But today we really gonna hone in on us men in general and the commonalities of a lot of our experiences. You know what I mean? And some of the harsh realities associated with it. So I'm excited for it. I'm just sending this out on the gram real quick because I know it's some bros that don't want to miss this type of talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hitting all the enlightened, you know, just in case they, you know, wide awake on this one. All right, we got that done. All right, chat. We ain't wasting no time. We're gonna go into Myron Gaines' channel for the first segment. We're going to the reaction video. Matter of fact, no, we not. We starting off different today. So since I have 3 question of the days, we actually gonna start off today with the first question of the day. And the first question of the day is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? First question of the day, just to get everything started on the live stream. Is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? Let's talk about it. I'm going to come in off rip. If I got to go yes or no, 100% I'm saying yes. It's simply a part of manhood. Emphasis on the times now and the societal expectations or the societal norms that are associated with what a man is tasked with. You know, a man that wants to be successful, a leader, establish a foundation, an empire, something to leave behind for that, you know, empire that he built. A man that want to move like that and has those desires, it's a lot that you're going to have to deal with just to fortify you enough to go on the journey you got to go on to get all that done. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot you will have to deal with just to be fortified. So when I say that, I'm saying this. If you pray for strength, hardship will surely come. Is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? To become a man, you're going to have to suffer a little bit. To become a man, to become a man among men, to become a member of the pack that's a little bit higher up on the hierarchy. You got the alpha, you know, you got your sigmas. Let's look into it. Let's look into it. We got time. Let's look into it, chat. All right, so look, you got the alphas, you got the gammas. Gammas are the elders. They usually don't hunt or patrol, right? You got the gammas. You got the warrior, pack warriors. Then you got the omega. The omega wolf. Wolves are the lowest rank of the pack and usually eat after everybody, right? So while everybody is talking about the betas, the omega is usually the lowest rank, right? You got the beta. The wolves are advisors to the pack. Alphas are the next in command, right? So the beta is actually the next in command next to the alpha, right? But we use beta as if it's the omega, right? So we're going to do a little bit of learning today. And like I said, this one going to be really focused on us, fellas. We're going to come from this is a talk with the bros. And ladies, y'all listen in if y'all interested, right? You got the deltas. The delta is not exactly needed. They're the third in command, right? But they're technically below the thetas, right? So then you got the hunters, the subordinates, you got the beta females, second in command. There is only one beta in each pack, and this wolf can be a female or a male. So the beta is second in command, whether it be a female or a male when it comes to wolves, right? So when we liken that to us, as men, you know, and the question is posed, is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? Yeah, if you want to be something other than an omega, for sure. For sure. Because sometimes to know and to gain wisdom, you got to go through some stuff. A lot of wisdom comes via experience. And it can come from good advice, but that advice is coming from somebody who at some point got it through experience. You know, Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that type vibes, right? Type shit. You know what I mean? So is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? I'm going to go with a strong yes on that one. I won't linger on it too long because my answer is so definitive, but I just tried to, you know, expound on my thought process or take it on a little bit of a tangent just so y'all can see where I'm at with it. But yeah, if you want to be something other than an omega wolf, then you're going to have to go through some things so that you can be fortified. And that's going to tie in with another question that we have later in another question of the day. But let's move on from this and we're going to go into the reaction video. We're going to go into the reaction. So for the reaction, we heading over to Myron Gaines' YouTube channel, which I like a lot. I subscribe to his channel. It's probably in my top 20. I like Myron's switch up. You know, I like the fresh and fit vibes when they do the conversations with the ladies. Like, I'm cool with that. That doesn't bother me. Sometimes the women are a little bit distracting because they're not always, you know, highly intelligent and whatnot. But there's some awesome episodes sometimes. So I like what Myron does, but when he switches it up and he goes solo and he go one on nobody, the information and the education that you get and the logic and the stats and the data that go with, you know, everything that he's saying is just really hard to disagree with. So it's good to see another brother that's rooted in reality. And I'm not going to say I agree with everything he say, because I don't agree with all of anybody's takes. My takes change. So, but without further ado, let's go.
So I saw this, guys, like I told you guys before, we're going to cover one red pill topic at least per episode. So I saw this video and I said, let's fucking cover this shit, because I know some of you guys need to see shit like this to get reminded that, you know, being a simp never works out for you. All right. So.
Loser. You piece of shit caught in the day. Bro, you're good. Hey, props up to you.
Dude, come on.
What do you mean, come on? You understand she had my child and killed it with an abortion?
Bruh.
2 years we're together with a wedding ring? Cheated on me 7 times? Here's 8. Let her shake and talk shit about you. And realize this. You are the biggest scumbag ever. Cry your eyes out, play a victim. We just got you caught. Finish sucking his dick. I'll see you later. Finish sucking his dick. You fucking loser. You're so exposed.
All right, we'll do it one more time for you guys that might have just come in.
Fucking bitch.
We'll let it play again for you ninjas.
Fucking loser. You piece of shit caught in the day. Bro, you're good. Hey, props up to you.
Dude, come on.
What do you mean, come on? You understand she had my child and killed it with an abortion? 2 years we're together with a wedding ring? Cheated on me 7 times? Here's 8. Let her shake and talk shit about you. And realize this. You are the biggest scumbag ever. Cry your eyes out, play a victim. We just got you caught. Finish sucking his dick. I'll see you later. Finish sucking his dick. You fucking loser. You're so exposed. Dumb fucking bitch.
So.
All right, before Myron goes, right? Before Myron goes, right? There's a lot there. And I know he's going to probably unpack a lot of it, but I haven't watched this. I try to do authentic reactions for you guys. The main thing that stuck out to me is cheated on me 7 times. Here's 8. A man that's given out that level of grace and that level of mercy and that level of forgiveness is a man who doesn't respect himself very much. And I'll leave it right there for right now. Let's go.
Look, man, one red pill a day will keep the self-deletion away. Let me start with this. Let me start here. Okay, because this is some real talk. Because some of you niggas right now might have gone through a breakup or your girl cheated on you, some other shit like that. So let's kind of just go from the beginning here, all right? I talked about this on Anton Daniel's show, and I want to talk about this again. I think you guys need to understand this uncomfortable reality, all right? Some big bro talk with you. Number one, you guys need to understand that women are not inherently loyal individuals, okay? Say that again for you niggas. Get this through your brain. Women are not inherently loyal individuals / creatures, whatever you want to call them, human, whatever, beings. They're just not, okay? And when I say that they're inherently not loyal, what I mean by this is their instincts and their biology and the way that they mate select, by definition, makes them not loyal, okay? They're not like us, and you need to understand this. Now, I know what some of you guys might be saying, Myron, that's not true because, you know, men, we always want to cheat, so we're not loyal either. Well, that's because you're using the feminist, you're using the feminine definition of loyalty, okay?
Okay, before he gets into that, I could say that I don't know where he got his understanding from, but from life experience, just from life experience, I could say I'd have to agree with him. I would have to, right? Just based on what I've seen, based on what I've actually gone through, I have to agree with him. If I disagreed with him, I'd be disingenuous up to this point. But let's continue.
Let me tell you something for the blue pill person that might say this first. Let me debunk that, then we're going to go into female loyalty. Male loyalty is significantly different than women loyalty because for us, our loyalty is, do we provide resources? Do we protect you? Are we willing to put our life on the line to protect you? Okay. If we're willing to do those things, raise a child with you, give you the stability, give you the security that you yearn for as a woman, that is how we show loyalty. Men and women are different. We don't have the same baselines of what equates to loyalty. Okay. It's not the same. All right. Men and women provide different things, and we are different genders, and we're biologically different. Therefore, the things that we provide to each other and the way that we view loyalty is completely fucking different. Okay. Now, am I saying this so that you can go ahead and run around and cheat on your girlfriend or your wife? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you cheating on her is not the same as her cheating on you. Okay. Her cheating on you was.
Agreed. Call me what you want.
Is equivalent to first degree fucking murder. You cheating on her is like manslaughter. Both a crime, but one is premeditated and a big fucking problem and a big deal. Because with women, that is their main commodity. That is their main agency, not being a fucking whore. You understand? Okay. Now that we understand how men show loyalty, let's talk a little bit about female loyalty. Okay. Now, when it comes to women loyalty or female loyalty or the way that women are supposed to be dealing with men, etc. Okay. You need to understand, guys, that they're inherently not loyal. And what I mean by this is they are slaves to their biology, okay? Once you no longer do what you're supposed to do as a man, she starts to lose attraction for you and look for something else. Why? Because women, despite what the fuck they want to tell you, are the inferior race. Yes, I fucking said that. Sorry, not inferior race. Inferior gender. My bad.
So look. This is why men like Myron get a lot of flack from certain women, because he's not using the English language wrong at all. But the choice of words, I mean, inferior has synonyms that come off as less harsh, right? But he's a man and he's pretty conservative from what I can see. And so he's going to be who he is and say exactly what he means without worrying about exactly how you're going to feel about it emotionally. The message is the message. And it can be inflammatory for a lot of people who deal with the truth poorly. I personally prefer this type of communication. Let's go.
They're the inferior gender, okay? And when I say that they're the inferior gender, I mean this from a biological standpoint: strength, height, lung capacity, muscle density, bone density, the ability to absorb attacks, the ability to attack, all of these things. They are the inferior gender biologically and physically. So therefore, that means they are dependent upon men for their protection, okay? And their sustenance to a degree, all right? Guys, don't get it twisted. It's 2025. We got police, we got modern society, we got electricity, etc. We got tools, we got all these modern advancements that allow women to be independent of us. But the reality is their biology, okay, has not caught up to 2025. To them, it's still 1005, all right? AKA, they still need men, okay? Now, why is this important? It's important because once you understand that they need men and that they are the inferior gender from a biological perspective, then it all makes sense. They're loyal to the strongest man that they can get, chat. That's what it means. Okay? So
that when I hear that immediately breeds the question for me. So when do they stop looking? But I'm sure he's going to probably answer that in some capacity. Because when do you stop looking? If it's always seeking more security, better candidate, when do you stop looking? You know what I mean? That's the question. But we're going to circle this back around to men and how it impacts us. Let's go.
As soon as you start to slack off, you make less money. You get fat. You're no longer the guy that she fell in love with. You start to get lazy, okay? She starts to lose attraction for you. Now, it's going to be subtle. You might not notice it. It might be her talking back to you one time. It might be her challenging your authority. It might be her no longer obeying you. It might be her losing weight. It might be her going out with her friends more. It might be her doing some other shit. There's a whole bunch of different reasons that they can show this. But the point is, as a man, you need to understand that a woman's loyalty is 100% contingent upon you. If you start to slack off, if you start to be a loser, etc., it's going to start rearing its ugly head where signs are going to come out. Now, here's the thing.
So pretty much what he's describing is purely conditional love. We got a comment. Shout out to Cortez. What up, bro? Myron gets a lot of hate because his opinions, but he's not always off base. I'd say he's right 9 times out of 10. I seldom disagree with Myron. I just wouldn't word things the way he words it because it's just not naturally in my personality type. You know what I mean? I'll be off-putting sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I mean? I pick my spots with that shit. I'm not just straight ahead bulldozing with my speech pattern 24/7. I feel like people could become tone deaf to that, you know. But the ones who want the message, they're gonna get it. But let's go.
A lot of guys don't have the skill set to be able to identify these signs, okay? When she's starting to lose attraction or when she's no longer has the same level of respect for you, etc. So what ends up happening is you end up like the idiot here where you need to get cheated on 7 fucking times for you to get the message, oh, she don't like you like that, right? To be honest with you, she was done with him a long time ago. If he was smart, he would have known before she cheated on him the first time that it was over, okay? Because women, right, when they don't like you anymore, they start to show signs of it. Okay, like I said before, it could be subtle. You might not notice it. Maybe she's not available as much. Maybe she starts talking back to you. Maybe she starts disrespecting you. Maybe she challenges your authority. Maybe she starts, being out more, hanging out with her friends more, posting scantily clad pictures of herself on the internet, etc. Starts breaking rules that you might have had her.
Hey, listen, pennies make dollars. He ain't lying. It could start off small. Pennies make dollars. So it's always good to pay attention and just know the nature of the beast that you're dealing with. I think it, just as much as we come on these platforms and we tell women to learn to understand men, if you want to be with a man, it goes both ways. You got to understand what you're dealing with. And I think part of understanding what you're dealing with and saying out loud that you know what you're dealing with and describing the nature of it, it don't hit good with women. Like when you holding up a mirror and saying, I know what I'm getting when I get a woman, and then you describe it and they like, nah, why you make us sound like that? And it's like, look me in my eyes and tell me it's not in your nature. Tell me you don't have to fight these things off in order to be a good person. Just like men got to fight shit off in order to be a good person. Naturally, we are barbaric. We are wild. All of us are taming ourselves constantly. So we can't lose sight of that. But let me not get too conscious. Let's roll.
Certain parameters, like she starts testing you more. These are all signs that she's starting to lose attraction for you. And you as the guy, you got to be smart enough to be able to identify this shit and either A, have a talk, or B, be honest with you, just let it go. I think the best way a lot of times, just let it go. Okay? Just let it go. Because the more you fight for the relationship, the more she's going to push you away. Because that is one of the biggest demonstrations of lower value. I'm going to say that again for you, bitch ass niggas. The more you fight to try to keep the relationship going or whatever, after she's kind of already checked out, that's more demonstrations of lower value. If anything, the best thing you can do is let her ass leave, let her go, and show that you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he ain't do nothing but make a point. Cortez said, yeah, it isn't very tactful. He's a bull in a china shop. Yeah, the thing is, though, about Myron, I understand why he talked like that, because his mission has always been, and Fresh and Fit in total, their mission is to reach men and to help men. So he's not really interested in like how women emotionally respond to his speech pattern, because his mission is to help men. Like, I think that there's a harsh reality that to the internet in regards to exposing female nature. And I don't think a lot of women are cool with the fact that like more men could see now, like for more and more men every day. That's why they try to, I don't know why I'm dry today, y'all. Allergies. My apologies. But more and more men are now aware of female nature and what they actually dealing with. And so the finesse is kind of up. And that's why they try to weaponize the term red pill and try to vilify the term red pill, because they want to take away the power of enlightenment. Red pill means to be enlightened. Women could be red pill, men could be red pill, and it can apply to anything in life. You may not know how to change your own oil, and then you learn how to change your own oil. You just became red pill to change your oil. That's what the term is for. It's about waking up to something. So, you know what I mean? Or learning new, gaining new consciousness. So that's all it is. But they try to vilify it because they don't want 100% of men to explore that shit for real. Because then the finesse will be up, the jug will be up, the simping will be up, the tricking will be up. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, a lot of men have to go through the fire a few times, oftentimes. Like this video he played to start this, where the guy catches his wife cheating on him for the 8th time. Brother, if you got to 7, you failing yourself. 333 if my sound is good, y'all. My voice sound good? No bromo. I just need to know. been making some equipment upgrades with the super chats y'all been sending me to the Cash App. I'm putting it right back into the production of this for y'all. So yeah, but let's go. Let's see what else Myron got.
Don't ask for her back. Don't say, oh man, blah, blah. Just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Okay? Just let it go. Because she's going to be shocked that you don't give a shit. And that, my friends, is one of the highest demonstrations of value. Now, it might burn you inside. You might say, fuck no, come on, man. I want it back. Oh. But women only respect individuals that are superior to them. What did I say before? Women are inferior to men. Physically. In almost every other regard, too. So, why do you think they're attracted to men that are superior to them? Bro, I don't make the rules. I just report them. I wish it wasn't this way, chat. I wish they were rationally sound, logically built individuals that liked you for you and, you know, thought it was great that you watched fucking anime and Dragon Ball Z and they could sit there and fucking, you know, hang out with you as you eat nacho chips. Bro, they're not like that. They're not like that. Okay? They don't want an equal and they don't want an inferior. They need a superior. So you need to constantly be superior. Once you start to slack, bro, it's a wrap. Once you slack, it's
yeah. So I mean, translation is purely conditional love. Thank you, Trippy. I appreciate it. 333, dog. Yeah, it's purely conditional love is what it is for real. And like, you know, we're putting the women's panel together, so that's gonna be one of the things that we talk about is the conditions of a woman's love. And if they do have unconditional love to offer, we will tap in and we will crack that code. But for sure, we're going to tap into that. For sure. You said 333. Okay. I'm just making sure. Because yesterday, my voice was like echoey. It was like some crazy reverb on my voice. But we pushed through and everything was clear and able to be. It was audible. So that's all that mattered. As long as it wasn't muffled and y'all couldn't hear me. But yeah, man, Myron is pretty much talking about how the conditions of a woman's love. And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. But it's the reality. And you're better off dealing with the unfortunate truth than trying to find a fairy tale, because there's a lot of people that's going to their grave looking for a fairy tale. That's just what's going on outside. Let's go.
It's a wrap. All right, you go ahead and put that shit on a t-shirt and slap it somewhere. But this guy, right? The reason why I'm showing this video is because all of you know a guy, or hell, some of you might even been in this position before, where a girl's cheated on you multiple times. You gave her chances, thinking that it was going to be all good, and you forgive her. No, bro. No, it's premeditated murder. It's literally the highest level of betrayal. A woman's main agency is to not be a slut. Get this through your head. A woman's primary agency is to not be a slut. You understand? So if she's going ahead and betraying you and being a slut, that, my friends, mean it's finito. It's over. A lot of you guys are over here fucking trying to, you know, make shit work with a thought. Or a girl that don't respect you. Bro, there's nothing worse than being with a woman that doesn't respect you. Okay?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the day. He not lying, y'all. I haven't been in that situation where just dealing with a woman that's just belligerently disrespectful or just consistently micro aggressive or just disrespectful. Nah, chat. We can't do that, chat. I think the worst I've dealt with is rocking with a female that didn't view me the way I would want a chick I'm dealing with to view me. But her actions towards me and her speech towards me wasn't disrespectful. I just, you know what I'm saying? I like to feel that admiration. I ain't feeling Mike. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go be appreciated. You feel me? We all just looking for a little appreciation, right, fellas? This is our conversation today. We focusing in on us. You know what I mean? A lot of what makes us though is our dealings with women, and so they're gonna be tied into the conversation. But the focus is on us. I definitely agree with Myron. Like, you have to make sure there's gonna be situations where you can't force somebody to respect you, but you can always respect yourself. And that's what's most important. It's going to be situations where somebody out of pocket, and when you try to set your boundary, they willing to step across it no matter what it is. It's, you know, there's people that'll go upside your head, you know, just all the way across your, but they just, they tapped in all the way, ready to just take it too far with you. In those situations, you got to respect yourself. Ain't no way around it. Remove yourself. Make them respect your absence. How about that?
Okay? You know what women do? When they have the upper hand and they don't respect you and they don't take you seriously, whatever, they're going to make you fucking pay, bro. They're going to make you pay. You will suffer. They'll embarrass you. They will ridicule you. They will be a raging bitch. They will do everything in their power to make the relationship miserable so your dumbass breaks up with her. But since a lot of you niggas are bitches and you don't break up with them because you have sex, she has to break up with your dumbass or cheat on you like this. Women are terrible people when they have leverage. Get that through your heads. They are terrible people when they have leverage because they should never have leverage. You understand that? They're terrible people when they have leverage because they should never, ever fucking have leverage. Women don't know how to behave when they're in leadership roles. They fucking don't. Ask any.
Hey, is he lying, chat? What y'all say? Are women terrible people when they have leverage? It's a lot of finessing going on out here, chat. A lot of finessing. It's a lot of finessing going on. Do we have a point, chat? Let's go.
Hey, bitch. Hey, would you prefer a male boss or a female boss? I guarantee you. You ask 100 women, would you prefer a male boss or a female boss? 90 of those bitches are saying a male boss.
Falcon punch.
Okay? Why do you think women don't like each other? Have you guys ever thought about that shit?
Yeah, he punching down on the ladies, and we keeping it more male centric, but he isn't lying. He isn't lying in regards to like leadership. I definitely would much rather have male leadership in a business that I'm working for than to be under female leadership. You know, the ebbs and flows of the emotions and it's a lot. It's a lot. I've had experience with both. And if I had to vote, he's right. I'm voting to have a male boss myself. I think most people are, if they've ever been under female management. It just is what it is. But man, that's it for the reaction video. Shout out to Myron Gaines. He's speaking on why exactly women cheat. And so before I close out, I just want to say, like, as men, we have to accept it, right? Like the first question of the day today before this reaction was is emotional hardship simply a part of manhood? And I gave it a for sure yes. And this is kind of a part of that, right? Like men mostly, aside from like if they got their parents, men mostly are gonna receive conditional love. And when you're tasked with protecting and laying your life down and attributing investment and your resources and your time and your energy and spreading your seed, like all of those things are things that you give. You give her the seed. You give her provision. You give to your children. You give them provision. You give them guidance. You give her leadership. You give, and you give some more. And then for you to find out that whatever you gave was insufficient for who you thought that you had chose correctly, that's gonna hit you different, champ. When that feeling slide through on you, that's gonna hit different. When you wined and dined her, and when you bought her gifts and you celebrated the holidays, and you did this and you did that and you did this, and she still stepped out on you. Come on, man. Come on. That hit different. And then, that leads us into the next question of the day. But just understand, this whole thing was just a full-fledged, direct, blunt breakdown of how men receive conditional love from the person that they supposed to give everything to. So if you ask me, that's emotional hardship for your ass. Trippy said, I don't think a woman truly understand that a man wants respect over everything. I want to disagree with you, but I see a lot of disrespectful shit. But I want to disagree with you. I wish it wasn't true, but I don't think a lot of either they know, either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on with manhood. Straight up. But that's just what it is. In closing, Myron just gave us a breakdown on how men receive conditional love from the people that they're supposed to give everything to. All right, moving into the second question of the day. Why don't men bounce back from cheating well? And before we get into the answer to this, we're going to slide over to a Carlos Miller clip real quick and listen to his explanation on men not bouncing back from cheating well. Let's go.
But don't get mad when you find out she's not completely yours.
How do you ensure that it's your woman?
You can't. That's her decision.
What you mean you can't?
No, I agree with that.
I feel like as a man, you know when a woman is really invested in
No, you don't.
versus why
No, you
not?
don't. And that's what men be scared of. Because once you get into that space where you think you know that, and then some bad shit happen, and it can catch you completely off guard, that shit can ruin your life.
But you don't
Men
feel
don't,
like
have you noticed men don't bounce back from hard
heartbreak?
breakups?
Yeah.
Oh, they really don't.
If a man been like a real long-term relationship, he don't just leave that and go jump to some new shit and be happy.
Yeah.
Not unless he been unhappy for a real long time. But if that was happy at some point, and then she completely switched the program, that shit up.
How do you deal with
What I just say, chat? Chat, what I just say, chat? Let's go.
heartbreak?
Shit, a man don't. That shit, I'm telling you, it is like you either gonna be a better man after that, or your shit finna go way the down. It ain't no in between.
Have you ever had your heart broke?
Hell yeah.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm talking about did me the big favor. You understand me? Pull this wool from over my eyes. Show me who you are. I told y'all, I want to live in reality. I don't care if it's harsh. I just want to live in it.
How many times?
Once.
Because it only happened at one time, you ain't never let it happen
But
again.
it didn't like it just happened in one day. Like
Yeah.
it took a long time for it to be like, you know what I'm saying? For it to be completely done. It was like you break your back, and then after 5 years of rehab,
now you feel it. You
But it's
I
working
had
now.
13 surgeries on my heart after that shit got broke. I had to learn how to walk again.
So
I
what
was
would you do
eating
if you saw her
soft food.
today?
Nothing.
Like you still got love for her though?
Man, you grow this shit. It don't last forever. But if you get caught at a certain point in your life, the time that it take to recover back from a real heartbreak, that shit take a long time.
Man, I'm talking about I went single for 7 years. Went single for 7 months. Man, listen. I'm talking about I'm in my dumb ass at the K jeweler. My dumb ass at the K jeweler looking for the right wedding ring and shit. I'm looking. How many carats I want to do for? How many carats I want to do for? You hear me? I'm talking about we locked in. I know mom, I know dad, I know brother. I'm like this with sister. Well, how many carats I want to do for? Left me for a nigga without a high school education. Huh? What? Yeah. So when it hit you like that, you take some time off. Yeah. You take some time off. Went to go focus on other things. You feel me? Next time she talked to me, well, not the next time, but had to reach out to me and tell me congratulations. Next time you talk to me, what you talking about? Had to go focus on other things. You feel me? Tell me congratulations next time you talk to me. What you talking about? Oh yeah, I was watching TV and yeah. Yeah, now that could be a motivator, fellas. Don't let it break you now, champ. Don't let it break you, champ. Stay in the box.
Like this, the more you get up in life,
You can't spread that shit out. Sometimes you just gotta wake up and decide to be over it.
I don't think it's just like you do that. Like that's just a natural response. You know what I'm saying? If you done made a space in your life for somebody and then it's like they ain't there no more. You can't just like, well, that space ain't there no more. It take a while for that shit to gradually like.
Hell of a piece of content right there. Hell of a piece of content. You know, I'll put the link to the content creator inside of the edited version of this video, like always. You know, make sure y'all go tap in. But yeah, Carlos Miller dropping some gems, man, some harsh reality, some gross reality of the situation. Listen, fellas, y'all tell me, chat, do you ever really know if that's your girl? Like all the way yours? It's yours. You the only one on that line. She'll pass the phone test. Y'all run across a content creator in the mall. He say, let's do the loyalty test. She'll pass. How you know if you got one of those, fellas? Do you ever know if you got one of those, or you get to a point where you feel like it? And do y'all go through phones? Don't get quiet now, chat. The chat will get quiet. I'm trying to figure it out, man. I know y'all see me trying to crack the code, man. Help me out. But I just, you know, from my understanding, listen, I'd be lying to y'all if I told y'all, yeah, like you know, you can get with a woman and be completely confident that she all the way 100% loyal. I'd be lying to y'all if I told y'all, yeah, I'd be lying. I'd be lying. I would actually be dismissing a big ass chunk of my life experiences to tell y'all that shit. So I'm not gonna say it. Jay Zilla said after 25 years, yeah. After 25 years of what? After 25 years of what? What, have you been married 25? Man, after 25 years, you might have all the way raised somebody else's baby after 25 years, not knowing it. Thought you was married and thought it was yours, didn't do the swab. Silly. More of a feeling. It's like a closed door without a lock. Yeah, Trippy. I like that. That's it. That's it. Cause trust not really. Listen, fellas, why don't we bounce back well from cheating? Cause or for some of you hopeless romantic niggas, for the one time or the 2 times or the 3 times or whatever that you went blind love. In the words of my man off Tropic Thunder, you went full retard. You know what I'm saying? You just went you start saying shit like, oh, my lady would never. You start starting sentences with shit like that. My lady would never. Oh, my girl? No, we don't. Mine is different. When you start talking like that, when you speaking like that and you saying that shit with your whole, I mean, you mean it. You mean it. You feeling like everything going right. You feel like when y'all get physical, you standing up in it right. You feel like she ain't got eyes for nothing else. You feel like she hitting your phone too often to be possibly dealing with anybody else. When that joint that had you blind in love, what Eve say? Love is blind. When the joint had you feeling like that, and she hit you over the head, it's over with, Charlie. Come on now. When you jumped out the window for that joint, and then she hit you over the head, yeah. That'll slow you down. Fellas, this is a conversation for us now. The women can observe if they interested, but that'll slow you down, champ. We could, hey, look. We could be gorillas. Oh, yeah, man. F that B, all that. Yeah, man. You know me. I'm, man, shit. Well, I ain't eat for a week and a half. Didn't have no appetite. I'm going to eat when I ain't home. Went on a fast by default, boy. That shit hit different. And it hit you a lot of different ways. It didn't already hit your pockets. It didn't hit your time. It didn't hit your energy. Now the shit hitting your ego. It's hitting your self-esteem a little bit. No, y'all don't want to have no real conversations. Nope. But this how you get strong. If you listen to this, you like, shit, I've been through all that. I felt all that shit. Yeah, I feel you, classic. I ain't gonna lie to you, G. I know exactly what you probably like this. You probably strong as hell, or you done already just withered away. And I don't think nobody in the classic chat done withered away. Not my chat. Not my chat. Not the best chat on all YouTube. Not chat 333. That's what we're going to call it, chat 333. Joe Jet said it's more about chances or percentages, but in America, the environment doesn't support her being yours. By environment, I mean culture and systematic aspects that incentivize individualism. Boy, hey. Now I come on here ready to go one on nobody, but when the chat show up, they show up and show out. That boy just broke that shit down, didn't he? Ain't no disagreement. I ain't got y'all want me to read that again? This was eloquent. Look at this. It's more about chances or percentages, but in America, the environment doesn't support her being yours. By environment, I mean culture and systematic aspects that incentivize individualism. By systematic aspects that incentivize individualism, he would be speaking of feminism. Just to summarize that for y'all, that feminism hit different. Souls of thought in the building. What up, Norse? We get into it today. He said, stop giving your heart. That's crazy. Oh, no, don't tell me that, Norse. Y'all was trying to get me married on the last panel, weren't y'all? Now you say, stop giving your heart. No. Y'all wanted Classic to go put a ring on something. Now he said, stop giving your heart. That's crazy. Boy, what do you do? What do you do? I'm finna drop the link. Somebody gonna have to come on here today. Y'all, we finna have a mentorvention. A mentorvention. That's don't trademark that. That's my shit. Mentorvention. We finna have. Judge Jet said if you have a community that shuns the hookup culture or being shifty in relationships like Mormons, then you'll have a better chance. Nah, real talk. The culture that your woman is from definitely changes your probability versus possibility for sure. The culture, there's some of everything in every culture, but there's less of certain things in certain cultures. You feel me? But it exists in all, but your probability goes up and down based on who you're dealing with for sure. For sure. So y'all tell me, y'all ain't answering the question of the day plainly. A lot of great input from the chat, but I'm gonna challenge y'all, chat. Why don't men bounce back from cheating well? Why is it the case? I told y'all my point of view. He said it's crazy. Men feel a woman can love him unconditionally. Some men don't even mothers who treat them right. Now, souls, how did you learn that was the case without getting hurt? Because that's gonna go into another one of my question of the days. I got 3 questions of the days today. This is number 2. I know some of y'all just funneled in, but he said it's crazy. A man feel a woman can love him unconditionally. Some men don't even have mothers who treated them right. That's what he's saying, and I agree. However, how do you draw that conclusion without some pain? Because if you had a mama that didn't treat you right, that's trauma, that's pain. If you didn't get it, if your mama did treat you right, and then you get out here in the field thinking that the women that you're going to deal with in the field is going to be like Mom Dukes, they're going to nourish you like Mom Dukes, love you like Mom Dukes. If you thinking you could find that in the field, how do you learn without pain? You see? You could, do an OG just got to tell you? Because listen, an OG could tell you, but the first time you get that warm hug and that warm embrace and that good conversation, that fall asleep on the phone love, when you in 9th grade, that fall asleep on the phone love, when you get you some of that for the first time, what Unc said, go out the window. You think yours is different. We did the code language on naive already. You know what I mean? I feel you in hindsight. He telling me like he came out the womb knowing what it was. Trippy said, Joe Jet translation, you can only have that unlocked door in a good neighborhood. Y'all wildin'. He said, right, Trippy. Y'all crazy. He said through childhood of others. So you learned it third party. So you was operating out of wisdom at a young age. So is this man trying to say he never had his heart broken? He in the low percentile now. My mother told me that no woman will love you like she did. Mama's supposed to say that. Do that make that shit true? I ain't gonna hold you though. I Don't know. I haven't met a woman that loved me like my mama loved. No, not quite. Yeah. He said, I had the glasses on since 18. My mother was real. Oh shit. So you got the game from mom. See, cheat code. You Yeah, that's a cheat code. He got the game from moms. See, a lot of that be the thing. That's why Norris like that. It makes sense, y'all. Catch us on the Souls of Thought panel this evening. That's why he liked that. It makes sense. Not a lot of men get exposure to the nature of women from a woman, like in the form of advice. They get that shit from the form of experience. He got it through the form of advice. You're a lucky dude, man. You're a lucky dude. I'm happy for you. I ain't nobody's hater. That's dope. To be able to get the game from Mom Dukes and she tell you what it really, hey, look, hey, look, me included. Hey, look, we ain't all the way. Yeah, that's the cheat code. 333 Miles, what's going on with it? So as a thought said, my mom told my ex-wife, you can't make him happy. My mom told us the truth, even about my father. Woo! Yeah, you had the cheat code. I had to get out in the field and catch a pop fly, dog. I had to catch a pop fly. Hey, and some of them joints, they take you to the Warner track and you hit the wall. Bow! Yeah, bow! But yeah, man, why don't men bounce back from cheating? Well, shit. Hey, we invest a lot. And to find out that we dealing with a Decepticon, you know what I mean? That shit hit different. He said, with that said, they loved each other unconditionally. I believe it. Got to be some grace, got to be some mercy, got to be some forgiveness going on. Not too much now. Not too much. Don't disrespect yourself. But yeah. All right, we moving into the story time. We about to slide over to TikTok, y'all. And this man, not P Weezy. Make sure y'all tap in with not P Weezy on TikTok. Oh, I got some shit doing numbers on TikTok, y'all. TikTok want me to come over there and get some money, man. I'm finna oblige. TikTok need the codes. They want me to come get some money over there. I drop on TikTok like twice a week. That shit be going to 1,000. I'm damn. They fuck with me a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. They want me to come get some bread. I'm gonna come get it too. I like money. I don't love it though, but I like it. All right, let's hear P Weezy out, man. See what he's talking about. Let's go.
Okay, story time. So this story time is on how I got pretty much played, bro. So this is why I really don't trust females nowadays. So look, it was like a couple years ago. I had this girlfriend, right? It was cool for a minute. Then like there was this guy, but he was close with all with the family, but like it was like her side of the family, but he was cool with the side of the family. But like me, I was just like coming in as the boyfriend, right? Boom. So she's telling me like, oh no, don't worry, like oh, I don't like him, like he's been wanting me forever, like oh, he's always wanted me for this long, he always hits me up and I never text him back, and I'm like, oh really, like dang, okay, like my girl's like she doing good, you feel me, like she not entertaining him, okay, boom, like it's all cool. So I'm like, dang, like she really down for me and all this and all that. Hey, I'm part. Okay, story time.
Stupid. Let's go to part 2, chat. Now this guy's naive. Mal said, moms was the strongest person I knew, taught me how to be a good human, had to learn manhood elsewhere though. I believe that. Sometimes you got to get out in the field. We already know what it is. We're going to part 2 of his story, y'all. Don't trip. I got it. I got all 3 parts. It's a 3-part story.
Okay,
stick with me.
Yeah, she told me I'm,
I'm talking too fast. Hey, why dudes that's not from Chicago be starting?
So boom, yeah,
hey, why dudes that's not from Chicago be starting their stories with so boom? Y'all not from the crib, G. Don't so boom nothing, bro. So we have to come regulate. Don't so boom no stories if you ain't from the crib. We say so boom. If you're not from Chicago, don't say so boom, folks. My mama, I'm taking it personal.
She told me I'm, the side of. Okay, so boom, yeah, she told me I'm, the side of the family or whatever. She told me she's not gonna mess with him, blah, blah, blah. Like he been texting her, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then like we end up, we end up being together. We was cooling, like shit was flowing, you know what I'm saying? And then we end up breaking up out of nowhere. Like we end up breaking up, splitting ways. And then I kid you guys not, like maybe like the next week or two later, bro, she already was talking to him, like they was already like popping out type, like they already posted themselves on Instagrams and stuff. And I'm like, dang, like we just got out of a relationship. Like it's not making no sense how, you feel me? Like how.
Hell no, I don't feel you, champ. It make perfect sense to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It made perfect sense to me. Your first mistake was believing every word she say. You gotta know. Listen, the first priority when a woman speak, in most cases, if you a special woman, don't take it personal. Only hit dogs holler. But you know, in most cases, women's first priority when they speak is for shit to sound good. That's first priority. So if that means not all the way telling the whole truth, omitting some shit, stretching the truth, flat out lying, whatever the case is, changing the word, using the softest synonym available, the priority is for shit to sound good. So when she talking to you, she making that shit sound good. Listen, ain't no man always calling a female and always texting a female who never ever respond. Why even got your line if you so disinterested? If he always call you and he always text you and you never respond, why do he even have your line if you so disinterested? Now he's sitting here looking dumbfounded on the screen. Look at him. Look at him. He on the screen. Look at him. He on the screen looking dumbfounded, trying to figure out it don't make sense. It make perfect sense. He was plotting on your girl britches and probably knocking them joints out. And then you said y'all broke up abruptly, right? Yeah. When y'all break up abruptly, it's another man written all over that. Yeah. Hey, but listen, dog. Sometimes you just gotta salute the dude for being able to take what was yours, because it wasn't yours.
She's already moved on, bro, right? So I'm like, dang, like how the freak that even work, right? So come to find out, somebody ends up telling me like, oh, like, bro, she's been trying to hit him up this whole time, but she just told me, like I told y'all in the last video, that he been trying to hit her up. So now I'm like, who's trying to hit? Okay, so boom, yeah, she told me.
All right, we got part 3 coming, chat. This dude just another brother learning through experience. He naive. He learning the nature of a woman through experience. If he knew and didn't make sure she did the convo from the jump, that's on him. Yeah, I got you, Trippy. I got you. Yeah. He shouldn't even have to regulate that. If a female like you, you ain't got to tell her to dead no convo. Any females just lurking in the chat, not talking, just pop out real quick and tell me if I'm lying. If a female really like you, you don't have to tell her to dead no convo. She dead in that shit. You don't got to. That's one instruction you don't have to give. That's one request you shouldn't have to make if you're dealing with a woman that like you. Now, if she kind of like you or seeing what's to you and all that shit, then she's still operating like it's an open market, and you should be conscious of that.
Okay, and the last one,
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't play this. This the thing. Somebody could try to play you, but don't play yourself. That's the thing about that. All right, here go part 3, chat. Let's do it.
Okay, and the last one I told y'all, like, he was hitting her up, she was hitting her up, so it was like, who's hitting who up? Bro, so come to find out, she actually did hit him up, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, dang, that's crazy, because, like, she was just telling me this whole time in the relationship, oh, like, don't worry about him. This is why, like, I'm like, bruh, like, when people tell me don't worry about somebody, you got to worry about them. You feel me? So y'all worry about them people that they say don't worry about. So mind you, not even like I say like a month or two later when they started dating or whatever, bro, she ended up getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, she ended up getting pregnant with.
Mm-hmm. See, he don't even know he blessed. He don't know he blessed. You blessed, shorty. You know I'm always gonna tag the content creator whose content I use, so y'all can go follow him, tap in with him, whatever we all gotta eat. But listen, he don't know he blessed. That's God looking out for you. I done had 3 different relationships and the next dude got her pregnant. Yeah. I know I got angels working for me. Angels working for me. The baby daddy experience ain't never been in my cards. Shit, you lying to me? Nah, hell nah. He don't even know he just dodged a bullet like Neo on my mama. He just got the lookout. God just held you down, boy. Cause guess what? He a little young son. He a little young shorty. He was gonna run in there. He was gonna run in there bald head, no swim cap, no nothing. He was gonna run in there bald head, and that was gonna be his shorty. And whole time he beat and popped her off, and she still for the streets. God just held you down. Take the lesson. I know it hit your little ego, it hit your little self-esteem, it hit your pride. You're gonna be all right, shorty. Bounce back. Bounce back. Whenever I see the joint move on, and make the next dude the baby daddy, I know I'm favored by God. I know I'm favored by God. Because it could have been me, champ. It could have been me. It wasn't me.
The dude, bro. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy, bro. Because, like, you just told me you would never mess with this guy. Oh, don't worry about him. Like, oh, he's always been trying to hit me up. Always been dubbing him, this and that, this and that. But, like, y'all got a kid now? Y'all got a kid now, bro. That's crazy, bro. This is why I don't trust females, bro. Hey, boy. Y'all boys stay up, stay blessed, bro. That's the end of the story, man.
Oh, man. Don't tell us to stay blessed. You be blessed. We blessed. It's the codes. We blessed. You be blessed, brother. That just hit different. Joe Jet said, brother going through his level 1 chronicles. It gets crazy if you don't know the codes. Oh. And Trippy said, facts. This situation is so strange to me. Most of the time, I just got to give my girl a look to let her know she need to come correct. Young me did that, though, so you definitely got to go through it. Yeah, you got to, man. You got to, man. Some of this shit on the job training, man. Mal said, dude was part of a roster and got cut. Damn. He said level two would have been the baby mama for the streets. Yeah, he don't want them chronicles. That's what I'm trying to tell him. He got blessed. He caught the lesson and didn't catch no baggage. Catch your lesson with no baggage. Get your lesson. Believe that situation unscathed, dog. Yeah, you just, man, listen, you just dodged a bullet. We're gonna name that video Neo. Neo in the Matrix. He just dodged a bullet. He don't even know it. His feelings too hurt to realize he blessed. I had to tell one of my young bulls that something happened, some little joint went and popped up pregnant. He had liked her a little bit. I said, boy, don't you know you blessed? You favored by God, boy. Yeah. That could have been you. That could have been you. Yeah, he like, man, but you know, no. I said, is she still with the dude that put that baby in there? No, not to my okay. So tell me what's wrong? Damn, I guess you got a point. See, sometimes we just need perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? But moving on from the story time into the let's go into the third question of the day, fellas. Hold on, what we got? What'd he say? Slid safe on home plate. I know that's right. He slid it. Hey, you hear me? I'm talking about the next man in line. Yeah, that's like when you driving on the E-way and the wreck happened right behind you. You look in the mirror like, dang. Woo! You look at where we gone, boy? That could 0.7 seconds earlier. That could have been me, champ. I know I'm favored. Wasn't my time. You feel me? Yeah, safe on home plate. But let's go. Question of the day. Is there a way to become strong and wise without pain? Let's go. I'm coming out off the back. Shout out to 4 extras. Off the back. No. Everything ever gave me strength hurt. Wisdom. I'm gonna give it a little different answer. Strength, no. I don't think it's a way to get strong without pain. The little ab belts that's supposed to shock your stomach until you get a 6-pack, that shit don't work. You got to do them crunches, folks. You got to do them reverse crunches. Ain't no way to get strong without some pain. When I grew 3 inches over one summer, my knees hurt bad as hell. I had to go get an MRI. I thought something was wrong with my shit. I was just getting taller. It hurt. Legs got stronger, vert went up, but hey, it hurt. You know what I mean? Like, nah. But as far as wisdom, yeah, they say smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So can you third party catch some wisdom without having to go through it? You see somebody else go through it and you just take heed. I'm gonna say yeah. Trippy said only can minimize it for people by having people around you. But the biggest part is you have to listen to the advice. I didn't when I was younger. Right. Yep, I agree. Mal said right. Strength comes from resistance. Yep. You got to be fortified. It's a verse. It's a lyric I said in one of my songs where I said I asked for strength, so the pain got a warrant. Yeah. When you pray for strength, you praying for a storm. What you thought? What you thought? Yeah, that's how it go. It's the only, you got to get fortified. You got people out here praying for all these things and speaking and manifesting things and writing shit down and following the universal laws to attract things. Don't you know the universe, while you attracting it, you doing everything right? Don't you know that the universe or God, however you want to frame it, don't you know God gonna get you ready? God got to get you ready for what you asking for. Because if you don't, you might hurt yourself with all that, what you asking for. You know what I mean? People ask for stuff or got things before it wasn't ordained, it wasn't in due time. They got things and they got blessings and they hurt themselves. Got access to too much money, too young, and living in the wrong city, get wrapped up in all type of situations, boom. And now you know what I mean? You done went from rich to just a full out criminal somehow. What happened? You in jail trying to figure out why it happened so fast. So yeah, when you ask for certain things, you got to understand like what come with that for sure. Now, wisdom, that's different. You can get wisdom through experience all day long, every single day. And experience oftentimes come with some pain. But you can acquire, if you, like Trippy said, he didn't listen when he was younger, but if he came across somebody now that has some game, being a person who missed out on some information or like me, for example, I got so much crypto because I missed the Bitcoin wave. I ain't gonna tell y'all what coin I got the most of, but I got a little portfolio and let this crypto go. Y'all, man, listen, you hear me? Comfortable is the word. Comfortable is the word. Well off. Yeah. Having shit. Yeah. Yeah. We not gonna miss the next wave. We missed the wave. Oh, you ain't get the Bitcoin when the Bitcoin was for the little? I bet you I won't miss the next one. They say it's going to be a new boom. Guess who's going to be a new boomer? Yeah, this guy. We not going to, that's why I always say, don't go through something for nothing. You can't, fam. Don't go through something for nothing. It happened. All right, cool. What can I get out of this? That's why I think forgiveness is overrated. To tie it in, I think forgiveness is overrated. I think y'all forgive people way too much. I remember everything. I ain't forgave shit. Stay away from me. Oh, no, I'm not that person anymore. Great. Take your new and improved ass on somewhere. It's 8 billion people walking around this bitch. Go make some new friends or something. I don't care nothing about none of that. That shit overrated. Oh, you forgive for you, not for them. No, it ain't. Listen, it ain't bothering me none to remember exactly what you did me. It ain't bothering me none. Because every time I see you, it's a clear, my body, my sensory response is heightened because I haven't forgiven you. Your body communicate with you. Now I'm finna get off. Y'all know I'm gonna get a little conscious with y'all. I can't help it. But your body communicate with you at all times. Y'all see all this long ass hair? I got hair on my arms. I got hair. If I see a person that done me dirty, and my hair get to standing up, and I get that sensation, that's my body telling me exactly what direction I need to go. Now, if I didn't fake act like I don't harbor no resentment for what you did me and, oh, I've moved on past it and, oh, just forget the fact that you wanted to knock my head off my shoulders at some point and, it's all good. You will walk over there and talk to somebody that you don't know is still your enemy. Most people don't forgive for real. They fake like they forgive. I'm just not pretending with y'all. Forgiveness is overrated. You done me dirty, you know what you did me. Move on. The closest thing I'm going to give you to forgiveness is distance. That's the closest thing, is distance. Because there's 2 ways to handle a situation. 3, conversation, altercation, or separation. 3 ways: conversation, altercation, or separation. Me personally, I'm going to always start with conversation. Let's talk about it. Why you a goofy? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? We don't get nowhere with the conversation. Cool. Now I see the altercation or separation. Me personally, I got ambition, so I'm not looking for anybody. Who's going outside hunting for a prison sentence? Not me. But if I play forgive you, we at the conversation phase, I'll play forgive you, and you play forgive me, and whole time you still the snake that I need to look at you as, that I should be looking at you as for my own safety or my own understanding, whatever safety it is, emotional safety, whatever it is, physical, whatever. I done fake forgave you. We done had a fake ass conversation. I'm talking about, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it and now, and you wonder why somebody done stabbed you twice. Fool me one time. Y'all know how the rest go. Y'all not selling me on that one. I know somebody gonna come in the chat with some philosophical shit about how forgiveness, man. Listen, miss me, folk. You did me dirty, folk. Go on here. I hope you don't go through something for nothing. You did a decent person dirty. I bet. You know what I'm saying? Learn from that, become a better person. Don't come back though. Don't come back. Move on. Onwards and upwards. You feel me? Because it's just, I don't know, chat. Y'all keep that shit. But wisdom, I definitely feel like wisdom is a little bit different from strength in regards to this question of the day. In closing, I'm gonna just say, yeah, to get strong, you're gonna have to go through pain. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no nothing. It's nothing. That's just what it is. Wise though, there's two ways to go about that. If you got the right influences or the right voices around you, oftentimes if you pray or if you manifest, the right voices will be placed in your path. You just gotta open up your eyes, open up your ears. You know what I mean? And just be a recipient. That's all. But yeah, we're moving on from that. All right, let's get into the code language. Code language today is boldness. Like we always do on the code language, we start off by looking up the book definition and we go from there. The meaning of boldness, willingness to take risk and act innovatively, confidence or courage. That's the first definition. Willingness to take risk and act innovatively, confidence or courage. Second definition, the quality of having a strong, vivid, or clear appearance. All right. Second definition, the quality of having a strong, vivid, or clear appearance. So those are the definitions of boldness, right? And I think that more men need to step back into a space of being bold, as most of this, the framework of a lot of this conversation has been centered around us, the fellas, our experiences, our emotional spectrum, our framework, our processes, our perspective. And I appreciate everybody in the chat for having this conversation with me. But, in the code language, we get right to it. A lot of men aren't bold anymore. And you have to be bold. And I wish I could look outside and give y'all a different perspective, but honestly, I cannot, right? I can easily go on X, right, which is a uncensored platform, and look up a multitude of situations where something is happening to somebody who is fairly innocent in the situation and fairly defenseless. And there's a multitude of people around who are only spectating, recording, or just moving on about their day. So the boldness, and a lot of these people that's in the crowd be men. I could tell you right now that Mr. Floyd would have never occurred if I was present. It would have either been two of us or neither one of us. But I'm not standing by watching that go like that. You have to be bold, and then it'd be crazy because as a spiritual man and as a person who acknowledges that there is a God and acknowledges that I understand universal law, but it also acknowledges the things that I don't know. I believe that death and what comes in the afterlife is a bridge I'll cross when I get to it. That's what I believe. But fortunately, a lot of my morals and principles are in alignment with getting into what y'all would call heaven. So if it's there, I'll make it. But I ain't worried about that. And I'm more bold and willing to put everything on the line off the strength than somebody who believes that they know exactly where they're going when they die. But you move around this earth scared every day. So many people are afraid. We need to get back to being bold. Men on the internet scared to talk to women the way that they need to. You scared of backlash. You scared of getting canceled. You scared of upsetting the feminists. You scared. You scared of how your comments gonna look. You scared you may not get no coochie. Women attracted to this. Women attracted to this. They don't gotta agree. Hey, he's standing on shit. That make them little hairs jump up. That make their pelvis do that little yeah. My mama ain't always agree with my daddy, but my daddy was standing on shit. And she gonna roll with pops. Because at the end of the day, you signed up and took vows for that leadership. So follow. Yeah, it's a team. It's a team. This motherfucker got a captain, though. It's a captain, folks. Miles said you become wise from pain, but we lead to prevent more pain through knowledge. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you can get the game secondhand real quick and apply it, you can definitely avoid some hurdles and some pitfalls all day long. But tying that into the code language conversation, you know, how do you even implement the wisdom when you're too scared to fail? You can't be out here scared. As a man, you can't be out here scared. Does that mean be senseless? No. Does that mean be overcompensate? Be a bully? No. Does it mean be rude? No. But time and place. And when it's that time and place, it's that time and it's that place. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh shit, it's action. I'm trying just as a man, I'm riding down the road and I see 3 women trying to change a tire. Just 3 women. One of them got flip-flops on, one of them in a dress, she squatting and bending on the road. One of them, you know, heavy set. Man, they need a man. I'm gonna pull over. All right, let's go. It's time to be. It's time to be. It's time to exist. It's time to be. This ain't some shit you gotta try to do. You gotta try not to. So yeah, we gotta bring our boldness back. Man. I ain't gonna stay on that too long because I feel like I'll get redundant. But in closing, the definition of boldness: willingness to take risk and act innovatively, confidence or courage. The quality of having a strong, vivid, or clear appearance. Yeah, so we gotta stand up. We gotta get back to standing on something. We gotta get back to leaning in the principles. You know, being bold is also, you know, like it said, being courageous. You know what I mean? So we gotta make sure we leaning back in that direction, in spite of. You know, I understand what come with this shit. I don't come on my platform in any way, shape, or form to like punch down on a specific gender or a specific race or any of that. But I do come on my platform every day to discuss reality, discuss the truths that I see, and then take on the perspectives and take in the perspectives of the people that consume my content, because we all learn from each other. That's what we doing here. So when people come here and they feel like they seeing something that they not seeing, that let me know they not listening. But we gonna stay bold. We gonna stay bold and we gonna speak, because these messages gotta exist. They gotta exist. They gotta be out. So I can't be, you know, we wouldn't be able to crack no codes if all I was worried about is how somebody might feel about something that we gotta say, that we need to say. You feel me? So fellas, this a call to action. Let's get back to being bold. We already doing it here, but in general, for everybody watching this on the rewatch, stand in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Start standing all the way up in motherfuckers' chest. And put in the work so you got a reason to do it. Put in the work so you got a reason to do it. You know what I mean? Don't have fake confidence now. Go do that work. Do that work, you're gonna become confident just off nothing. You just gonna walk different, you're gonna talk different, you're gonna move different. I'm moving different. I'm talking to y'all different right now. I was in the gym at 2:30 this morning, 2:45 this morning. So I'm feeling different. My shit up. Yeah. I'm aura farming. I know I gotta come on the stream, man. Let me get right real quick so my t-shirt will be, you know what I'm saying? On me. Yeah, I know the women click the button too. So, you know what I mean? Let's get back to being bold, fellas. That's it for the code language conversation. All right, y'all know what it is. We got time for chat Q&A. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to play the rest of this joint. If y'all got any questions, any topic, any conversation y'all want to have right now, you know, chat 333, talk to me. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm out here planting seeds because I got a lot to leave. I be putting in long miles. I ain't got to stop to breathe. I be putting in long hours. I ain't got to stop to sleep. Yeah, I put in that time, put in work. I'm a different breed. My work ethic marine. Mama mentality, shout out the bean. Coach life sweat, 6 society T. I'm in the gym working out clean. Bag work, 5 punch combinations, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't
Talk to me, chat. What we doing? What we doing, chat? What we doing, chat? We got a conversation. We got a question. Chat Q&A. Give y'all 2 more minutes. I know sometimes there's a delay, so somebody might have sent something in and hit as I'm closing out or whatever. But what we doing? Anybody got something they want to speak on or speak about or want my POV on? Let me know. What we doing, chat? We good? If we good, we good. All right, man. Well, listen, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all stay active in the chat conversations on the rewatch. We got to have a conversation whether we agree or disagree because we got to crack these codes, man. And if y'all don't do anything else, for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another class.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my